Sean wasn't a fighter. He wasn't a warrior going to battle. He wasn't a ruthless soldier going to kill women and children in Gaza. He really had his own intentions, full of values and morals that he grew up with, and wanted to protect his country, wanted to protect the citizens of Gaza, and just prevent casualty, and just somehow try to make this conflict more peaceful.
His heart was of a innocent, pure boy, and he had all these
life.
Yeah, he had all these dreams, and it was the whole him being a soldier is just one small aspect of who he was.
Max is our oldest, and Max has a younger brother and sister.
He was not very tall. He was only 5'4".
Which was a big part of Max growing up, was his size. Right. He was exceptionally small.
They called him Mighty Max on the soccer field because he was just so quick, so fast. When they went to Israel for the first time, which was in 2012, they went on a birthright program, so they spent the trip together as one family, which is really neat.
We did not have a religious household. We were traditional Jews. We celebrated all the holidays, but as far as religious, no.
Max never expressed any desire whatsoever to serve in any military. He had said that he really, really loved Israel, and he was felt very connected, and that he may move there, and that he might join the army.
It inspired him in a way that he just never connected with here in the United States, and that's not to take away from our country here, but the reality is that when he experienced Israel and being Jewish, he connected immediately and really had a sense of responsibility that we didn't even understand.
He said to me, "Mom, I couldn't live here unless I served." It's not that he had this big G.I. Joe desire. It was that it's a citizen's army. Everybody else has to serve. And if I'm going to live here, because it's a privilege to live there, if I'm going to live here, I want to be like everybody else. He came back from birthright July of 2012, and by September 11th,
he was on a
plane to Israel.
And he became a Golani soldier, and a very good one, actually. He became a very, very, very good professional sharpshooter.
In our last phone conversation, we spoke a little bit while he was about to enter, and I told him, just don't be a hero, and we laughed. And I'm like, just don't be a hero. That's not what we need right now. He had a task that he usually doesn't have.
So he had to get out and restock bullets. So
he did that three times. The first 2 times that
under fire
was okay.
He went up the 3rd time and he got shot in the back of his head, so he died instantly.
And my mom wrote us, what's going on? I'm hearing rumors, I'm hearing really bad news, and we didn't know of anything. People were saying that soldiers were killed, but they didn't give out the names. And then the guy came and he didn't have to say anything. We all just freaked out. We knew.
Hey Mom, hey Dad, I love you, I miss you.
I honestly told him, I said, Max, don't be a hero. I said, shoot yourself in the foot. I'm okay with that. And he said, Mom, that's not me. They need me. And then his last words where he texted me was, turning in our phones, I'll call you when I can, I love you. And those were his last words. That's my last contact with him. I found out that Max was killed on July 20th, 2014. It was very early in the morning, probably about 7 o'clock, something like that. And I heard a knock at the door. I saw 3 people standing at the door, 2 men and 1 woman. And they asked me they asked if I was Evie Steinberg, and I told them I was. And then I noticed right away the Israeli accents, because I knew it had to do with Max. And they said to me, "There's been an incident," and I immediately went, "Oh!" And I said, "How badly is he hurt?" And then they kind of paused, and then looked at me, and then I looked at them, and then I said, "Is he dead?" And they said, "Yes." I remember turning to him. I think I even told him to shut up. I turned to him and I said, "Shut up." I was screaming. And I said, "I need to know what happened to my kid." And he gave me the details about he was in an explosion and I wasn't able to see him because he was identified by DNA. And I was just freaked out by that, freaked me out. And then I said, well, I want his tag. And they looked at me and there was no tag. And it was just upsetting to me. I just thought, wow, I don't have my kid's tag. And it upset me.
We didn't understand the love that Israelis have for their soldiers. Didn't know it, right? 7 o'clock in the morning was when they knocked on our door, and at 10 o'clock in the morning we were
1 o'clock flight, El Al flight.
we were in a car driving to the airport.
I remember leaning my head against the window and saying to myself, oh my God, I'm burying my child. I'm going to the Middle East. I've never been there. I don't even know if this is the right thing to do at this moment, but the bottom line is that I'm right now on a flight going to Israel to bury my son.
20 Israelis have been killed in the conflict, including 18 soldiers. Among the dead, 2 Americans with dual citizenship. They fought in the Israeli army. They are 21-year-old Nassim Sean Carmeli of South Padre Island, Texas, and 24-year-old Max Steinberg of California.
It never even occurred to me at all what the funeral would be like. We were stuck in traffic for a while, and we didn't understand why at that hour there would be traffic. And then we put on the news, and we were in a shuttle with the whole family, and we heard that it was for Sean's funeral.
20,000 איש באו לבית העלמין בחיפה, רובם לא הכיר את סמל ראשון שון כרמלי שנפל ברצועה, אבל היה חשוב להם לומר שחיילים בודדים לעולם לא יצעדו לבד.
This country shows a lot of support, it's unbelievable.
People reach out to us, whether it's at email, Facebook, still to this day, just telling us how much Sean's story affected them, or just to say thank you, or that they appreciate Sean for what he did.
We were absolutely floored. I remember driving when we were on our way to the funeral. We thought maybe 10 people would be there. That was fine. I was looking in the streets, and there was just all you saw were, like, in one direction, just droves and droves of people and cars, and it was crazy. And I remember saying to one of our escorts, I said, what's going on? Is there an event going on or something? And they looked at me and they said, you don't get it. And I said, get what? They said, this is for Max. This is for you. And I said, we don't know anybody here. And they're like, no, you don't know. And then we got to the cemetery, and it was ridiculous. It was just masses, just people. And it was overwhelming. I mean, look, Max is no more special than any other soldier. They're all equal, they're all heroes. But it's at the timing and just everything. The story of Max resonated because Max had no connection. Some of the other soldiers who died had a connection. I mean, with Israel. I mean, even Sean, I'm just saying, he at least knew Israel. Max was your average American kid, absolutely no connection, no Hebrew, no family, no friends, not religious. So the fact that he left everything, the comforts of home, and to come and defend their country, they were just so grateful. Maybe 2 months later, I was looking for a pen, and I went into the office, and I opened the drawer, and there's a cover. And I opened it up, and this tag was in it. This was his tag. And I remember him then telling me, I'm leaving my tag here. The Army gives us 3. And I remember holding it, and I went, and I'm like, I have something original from Max.
I honest to God do believe that when Israel is protecting democracy and protecting its country, it's doing it for the United States as well.
But the point is, for Max, it was that in order to survive, because in Israel, let's face it, if Israel put their guns down, there wouldn't be an Israel. And so that's the difference. It's survival.
Right. I mean, I love my country. I love being an American, and I love Israel. And I know that anybody that's serving, any lone soldier that's serving, that's helping, Israel, they're helping Jews, and they're helping truly democracy all over the world.
When you're in America, in a different way, I felt that I was one of them before, and it's a really hard feeling because you feel very, very, very alone. And in Israel, you don't feel alone because people know exactly what it's like. But people know people either firsthand or close enough.
Fortunately, we are acquainted with this part of Israel, and we have met a lot of bereaved families and brothers and sisters, and it's a harsh reality. I don't know if you can ever get over it.